My spouse suggested a 2-week trial separation to evaluate our relationship. By the 3rd day, she was sharing photos online with another guy, so I shut down her experiment faster than she could react. I'm a 32-year-old man, and I met Emma, a 30-year-old woman, when I was 27. We've been married for 3 years, together for 5 years total. I'm a licensed welder, earning $95,000 annually on large-scale construction projects. Emma works as a front desk clerk at a mid-sized company in the city, bringing in roughly half my income. The home we share is mine. I purchased it 2 years before our wedding with funds from an inheritance, and it's titled solely in my name. We divided household costs about 70 to 30, reflecting our income disparity. Emma paid for groceries, utilities, and some home upgrades, but the mortgage was always my responsibility. Our first 2 years of marriage were steady. Typical adjustments like debating who'd wash dishes, bickering over the AC settings, or dreaming of trips we couldn't yet afford. She wanted a European vacation. I prioritized paying off the mortgage quicker. Standard newlywed compromises. The house, a 1950s bungalow, I renovated myself. I secured permits, handled most of the wiring and plumbing on weekends, built a workshop in the garage, restored the oak floors, and upgraded the kitchen with quartz counters and modern appliances. I invested about $40,000 and 2 years of labor into it. The property's now worth around $280,000 in a rapidly upscaling neighborhood. Trouble started 8 months ago when Emma reconnected with her old college friend, Lauren. Lauren had returned to town after a bitter divorce, childless, collecting $2,500 monthly alimony from a tech entrepreneur who'd been unfaithful. She lived in a chic downtown condo, frequented bars every weekend, and posted Instagram reels about embracing life and never settling. My best friend Nate dubbed her the guru after meeting her at a cookout. Nate, my buddy since college, is a software engineer, blunt, drama-verse with a sharp, dry wit. He sized up Lauren's designer purse and fake lashes in one glance and called her out instantly. Lauren, 28, platinum blonde, was the type who thought having a hot take on everything made her fascinating. She always lingered a bit too long with her smiles, laughed too loudly at my quips. I dismissed it as her being overly friendly back then. I should have seen the signs. Lauren would pull up to our place in her leased Audi, dressed like she was headed to a rave, always armed with some new relationship wisdom that sounded like it came from a self-help blog. The woman was a walking cautionary tale, divorced after 18 months, no real skills beyond spending her ex's money, and radiating the kind of forced optimism that makes sane people cringe. But Emma was hooked. Suddenly, Emma started bringing home new theories about relationships, how we'd gotten too settled, how marriage shouldn't feel like cohabitation, how thriving couples push each other to keep the passion alive. It was all regurgitated nonsense from whatever podcast Lauren was obsessed with that week. The arguments began small. Why wasn't I more spontaneous with date nights? Why was I always at work late? Why didn't I get possessive when other guys chatted her up at social events? Textbook manufactured conflict, but I didn't catch it at first. I was neck deep in a massive commercial. We can't tell the full story in a short video. If you want to see the full story, click the link in the